What you're about to watch is just a glimpse into a much larger and more complex story. While this highlights version provides an introduction, the full picture is far from complete. As the events unfold, the truth behind Jennifer Burton's 2016 911 calls will begin to take shape, setting in motion a series of revelations that may leave you questioning everything you thought you knew.
You just testified a moment ago before I began cross-examining you that you've been directed to stand down, if you will. That's not the first time that you've been directed to stand down, is it?
Me individually, or me as in the sheriff's office?
You personally in Mr. DeWitt's case.
Personally?
Right.
And are you referring to 2015?
Yes, sir.
Okay, in 2015, the entire motor unit was told also at the same time.
One more time, the entire
motor unit.
Motor unit, okay.
The entire motor unit, we were all instructed to leave him alone.
Okay.
Mr. DeWitt.
Okay. Do you know who posts those to the internet for Metro State?
Well, I guess you can say I'm assuming that Mr. DeWitt did, because he's the one stating that, living the life of, and you asked me to post this, so I'm posting it. So yeah, he's made that comment multiple times.
Okay.
You wanted to see what it's like for me to go through Starbucks. So here it is. So it would pretty much make sense that it was him posting it.
Okay.
Now, he might have somebody who physically uploads it.
Right.
That I can't say. I don't know.
Okay. So nothing that you've done during the course of the investigation would lead you to have personal knowledge of who's actually posting to the website, correct?
I have not investigated that, if that's what you're referring to.
Sure. And you continue to see posts on that website even while he's sitting in here in jail, do you not?
A few have been sent to me, but I try not to watch them because they're a little disturbing.
Okay. So there are posts being made to the website that you're attributing to Mr. Witt while he's in jail that somebody's posting?
Well, the ones I think that you're referring to that I've seen have been like jail phone calls where he's on one side of the phone and Jennifer's on the other, and they're having a conversation. Is that what you're talking about?
That's among them, yes.
Yeah, and Jennifer's the one who's posting those on behalf of Mr. DeWitt. And I've heard the conversation that...
The defendant's motion for a bond, and I'll hear your argument.
Funeral escorts that have zero problems whatsoever, that have zero incidents of any kind. We have a track record of years and years of providing these funeral escorts without issue. Mr. DeWitt is not...
So that wasn't him on the video screaming at those people and using profanity repeatedly and directing people off the road? That wasn't him?
That's not what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm sorry, because that's not a legal analysis. Because he has had so many days of doing such wonderful legal activity that the illegal activity he committed on a particular day shouldn't count.
That's not what I mean to imply.
Okay, well that's what I got out of that.
Well, let me do a better job.
Okay.
Good. The fact that there are incidents that are before the court that Mr. DeWitt is uncontested. And I've seen the videos and I'm aware of the videos. However, this is a business that provides a service and that has, at one point, quite a few funeral homes and organizations that utilize them for these escorts without incident. So my point is not that in some way negates what the court saw, but that Mr. DeWitt is fully capable of exercising good judgment and operating in an appropriate way.
Good, because I really do not want to see weeping former customers talking about what a grand and helpful person he was when their loved one passed.
And that's never happened.
Good.
So the issue here, Your Honor, is I'm sure the court could care less about my financial involvement with Mr. DeWitt.
That's correct.
That he doesn't have the financial wherewithal to post large bonds.
Understood.
And so we would ask the court to reimpose the bonds originally said. If the RORs are not sufficient for the court to feel that there's some kind of safeguard to be released on pretrial release, if GPS monitor is something that the court wishes to oppose, Mr. DeWitt has indicated that he is more than willing to comply with that.
Did you mention the testimony about threats to law enforcement officers, threats of violence to law enforcement?
No, I asked, there was a bulletin put out claiming that my client was going to go in and commit suicide by cop, and so I had asked
if he ever actually heard that.
Right. The only source of that information was a conversation somebody had apparently with Mr. Perkins. We've got countless audio and video recordings, and not once did my client ever utter those words.
So that witness's testimony was just not credible. That's what you're asking the court to find, insofar as that's concerned.
Absolutely. I mean, and not to mention...
That's fine. That's a legitimate position to take.
Not to mention my client's here 2 years after this supposed bulletin went out, has been confronted by law enforcement officers in the last 2 years, God knows how many times, and has not lifted a hand, let alone ever feigned some, shootout at the OK Corral. So that's just nonsensical. There's no evidence of this. He is not a threat to law enforcement in any way. So we'd be asking for this bond to be reinstated.
Understood. Mr. Moore?
Yes, Your Honor, this really is kind of the first time a court has been able to look at all of these cases. When Mr. DeWitt is rearrested and rearrested,
Not rearrested, arrested and arrested and arrested.
Correct. And
he hasn't been rearrested until at all on the charges for which he's now seeking bond. He was only arrested once. He was ROR'd. Then he was arrested on a domestic violence charge. And at IA's, his bond was revoked. So that wasn't an arrest.
I wish it was that simple. There really is a long history to this, because it dates back to that first Windermere case. That happened on September 7th of 2019.
So you're saying he was arrested on, let's say, that charge before this court signed a capias on him?
No, that was the first arrest on September 7th of 2019.
I can't wait to hear how he's been re-arrested. Not to split hairs, but... Arrested on different charges, yes. Okay, that's not a re-arrest. That's another arrest.
Correct. The DV case that Your Honor is faced with today that happened on April 7th, and now there's a new warrant which Your Honor has, which is the failure to report case from Osceola County. That was served on him a couple weeks ago. Those are the fifth and sixth new cases that happened from criminality that would have occurred after the initial. So my point being, he has come before courts on several cases with new criminal charges, not things that preceded. He has also come before the court with several cases that preceded that original arrest, and that's what really constitutes the 12 total cases between Orange and Osceola County.
Why wasn't his bond revoked until Baines revoked it on the DV? There's been an attempt to unwind that and turned it into a foot slammed in a door. And then there was the failure to register arrest. I think counsel completely misinterprets and misreads this court. So.
Well, Your Honor, I am asking you to keep him no bond because of the new arrest, of course. That's first and foremost. Mm-hmm. If Your Honor was thinking of releasing him, I was presenting to the court evidence that I believe his behavior and conduct is dangerous in the community. There has now been evidence of other types of dangerous threats in terms of potentially causing harm or making threats to witnesses. And based on those things, I do think it's still appropriate to hold him no bond until we can get these cases heard and resolved.
Counsel, the failure to register case is going to be tried next week, and it may be tried by this court.
It's on the docket next week, Your Honor.
Right. And is the state prepared to go forward and prove that case?
We can, Your Honor, yes.
So that's a yes?
Yes.
Okay. Because there are 4 cases that have been assigned to this court, so we're not quite sure yet which one will go.
Yes.
Is there a minimum mandatory on that charge? I believe there is, isn't there?
On the
failure to register?
No, the failure to register...
so what is this charge? Failure
to register as a sex offender. So he has one initial count and then 2 more registrations where he still omitted to register a vehicle that belonged to his wife. So
no minimum mandatory.
Not on a failure to register. No, but he does. I think I don't have the score sheet in front of me, but there's a minimum guideline sentence, and then we did also file a habitual felony offender notice in that case, as well as all of his others.
Okay. Anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Counsel?
Your Honor, the crux of our argument is this. The courts have heard, every time Mr. DeWitt's been arrested, arguments from the state that his bond should be revoked, and they have declined to do so for whatever their individual reasons and rationales were. Of the arrests that have happened subsequently, one was what we believe to be an unlawful arrest in March that the Sheriff's Office Legal Department unarrested my client the very next day prior to the initial appearance.
And what case was that?
The one involving this witness from March 23rd of this year.
Which was what charge?
The carrying a concealed weapon.
Oh, right. The court's not considering that.
And Your Honor, I'm sorry to butt in, but I did not include that in my list.
The court's not considering
cases.
that. Okay.
I know you're not considering it from that perspective, but I do think it's relevant as it relates to this particular witness and some bias that I think exists between he and the client. That's one, the domestic violence case that was then recategorized as a battery that was then ultimately null pros, which is why his bonds were, in this case, revoked.
Initially,
Yes, Your Honor. And I think there was actually another one where a warrant was sought and then ultimately quashed by the state attorney's office involving the allegation where Ms. Burton had testified that she wanted to file a criminal complaint against an assailant at the office from last year, and they opted to pursue my client for that charge. So Mr. DeWitt is clearly capable of exercising the judgment he needs to stay out.
What about the failure to register charge?
We're litigating that, Judge. I mean, I don't understand the new one that we just got a copy of.
Well, the one that's, are there there's more than one?
There's a brand new one that the warrant that was just served a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, Your Honor, in Osceola County.
Okay.
Is alleging a phone number that they're saying wasn't properly registered. That's the newest of the charges. So my understanding of the case that's been set for trial next week is a case involving my client's wife's vehicle, where the vehicle was known by law enforcement and it was registered, but I guess the tag was changed at some point or renewed by the DMV, and it may be that specific tag was not properly registered. It's a pretty de minimis violation. It's not the kind of case in a normal circumstance. If Mr. DeWitt was Joe Schmo and not Mr. DeWitt, I suspect that we would have a reasonable plea offer and the case would be resolved. But because Mr. DeWitt is Mr. DeWitt, that's a tougher nut to crack, so to speak, Your Honor. So that it's not a case I would normally want to try, nor would it necessarily need a trial. So that's the predicament we're in on that case. I don't know if Your Honor wants to address that case at this time or not, but counsel and I had been talking about it, and I had indicated there might be some value in continuing that case so that he and I might have a more thorough conversation about if there's a path to resolution in these cases. We have had a prior plea offer tendered by a prior prosecutor that was rejected, but there may be an opportunity for us to revisit those things.
File your motion.
Yes, Your Honor.
And so Your Honor is aware, he does have his Osceola cases set for trial. I believe Judge Carson has already denied a motion to continue on that. I can tell you the state is ready on those cases.
Ooh, Judge Carson.
Just for the court's awareness.
Yes, that's accurate. Judge Carson did deny my last request for continuation.
Okay, is that it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, the motion for bond is denied, and the reasons for that are numerous. The first being the arrests of the defendant while out on bond at least twice. Insofar as this domestic violence case that was either null prost or no infoed or died natural death, whatever it was. That led to a lawful arrest. It survived initial appearance scrutiny, and frankly, after hearing the 911 call and the testimony of that witness, who had little to no credibility, frankly, and the court is not prepared to say that that was some trumped-up, frivolous charge, and that 911 call was alarming, and together with the absence of credibility of that witness, and the court would base its ruling on that, and then the subsequent failure to register case. In addition to those things, whatever is going on behind the scenes is of no moment to the court's conclusion after viewing the videos that this defendant has been, and with the kind of temperament that was displayed in this volatile, highly charged atmosphere that exists in all of our communities now, a danger to the community. And for those two primary reasons, the motion for bond is denied. So I will look forward to seeing you on Wednesday morning. Be ready for trial. I don't know if I will get to you, but maybe I will. You should be ready.
Yes, Ron.
We don't.
No, an emergency, Erica. You're being recorded. May I help you?
I need someone here immediately. My uncle was trying to attack me. He ran me out of the house. He was trying to attack me. I need 911 here immediately.
Okay, where is here?
He's coming after me now.
Where is here? Where are you, ma'am?
He's coming after me. My son is here. He keeps following me. He is trying to attack me. He yelled in my face. He is trying to attack me. I need somebody to help me.
Does he have any weapons?
I don't know. You need somebody to get here immediately. I want to press charges.
Did he hit you at all?
No, he tried to. He swung at me. He came at me. And he was screaming at me. I was on the phone with my stepdad, and I told my stepdad to call 911. I need somebody here immediately.
Tell me which way you ran so that the officers can find you.
I'm outside of my house right now. He ran me out of the house.
Okay.
I need somebody here immediately.
Listen, ma'am, I'm getting the officers out there. Me asking you these questions is not stopping them from coming, okay? What's your name?
Okay.
What is your name?
My name is...
Are you white, black, or Hispanic?
I'm black.
And what color shirt and pants are you wearing?
I'm wearing a blue tank top and blue shorts.
And what, your uncle, is he black, white, or Hispanic?
He's black.
What's his name? What color shirt and pants is he wearing?
He's wearing a white shirt, and I don't know the pants. I don't remember the color. Blue pants. He's still out here.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Just try to stay away from him, okay? And
Okay.
you said that he...
Stop. I'm trying to talk to her. Go ahead.
How old are you?
I'm 31.
Okay. And so when your uncle tried to attack you and he ran you out of the house, you said he didn't have any weapons in his hands?
No, he was swinging his hands at me. He said, come on. I told you not to fuck with me. Come on. He was swinging his hands at me. I was on the phone with my stepdad. I told my stepdad to call 911.
Okay. Hurt at all?
No, I need somebody to come here.
Okay, the officers are coming, okay?
Okay.
All right, they'll be there shortly. Flag them down when you see them, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
911 emergency. Tina, you're being recorded.
Transfer, call for it.
Yes. I'm waiting for the officer. The person who just attacked me just left. The person who just swung at me just left and waved off. I want to make a police report right now.
Okay.
Yes. I've been waiting for you all.
Okay. Did he hurt you?
No.
Okay. So he didn't actually hurt you or put his hands on you?
No.
All right. We're going to get someone out there. Okay?
Okay. But how long is it going to take?
As soon as we can.
The person just left.
I understand they just left and they're no longer there, but we're still going to send an officer out for you, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you. Bye-bye.
Atlanta Police, this is Bob. This line's being recorded.
Hi, I'm calling. Oh, I'm sorry.
This is in reference to, yes.
Okay, what's going on there?
Well, I called earlier because someone, a man, my uncle was trying to attack me. He was swinging at me. He ran me out of the house into the yard. Called 911. That was 10 minutes ago, and no one has arrived.
I'm looking for your call right now. Is that person still there?
No, he left, but I still want to take a police report.
Okay, I show that we do have the call. It's just been extremely busy.
Can I speak to an officer while I'm waiting? I'm telling you that I'm a woman. I'm telling you that a man swung at me, ran me out of a house, and you're telling me it's very busy with what?
With accidents and other issues are the same.
What address is the
It's not.
Okay.
Well, and we'll get someone there as soon as we can. He's no longer there, so you're safe now, right?
the number to our fraud line? You would call.
For now, but that doesn't mean he's not going to reach.
I'm not saying. I'm just concerned about right now for you if he's there or not. And this is your uncle?
Okay. Yes.
Does he live in this address with you?
No, he does not.
Okay. So can you make sure you lock the doors? And if you see him, call back 911 immediately?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay.
I'm just trying to figure out, is this going to take an hour? Do I need to be hit in order for it to not take an hour?
Ma'am, it's not that. It's extremely busy right now. And it's not that we don't think your call is any more or any less. It's just very busy right now. But now that you're safe, I want to make sure you keep the doors locked.
Okay.
He has no way to get in, correct?
Right.
Where does he live at?
Well, he lives in he's visiting a family member who also lives here. So that's why he was here at that time. He wasn't a guest of mine. He was a guest with someone else.
All right.
I have his license plate number, and like I said, I have his name, and I know the hotel where he's staying, and I have his cell phone number. And I do want to make a police report and if possible press charges. I will not be threatened by a man. I would not have anyone attempt to hit me ever.
Right. I understand completely. Okay. Just keep his
And he is a boxer. This is not just a regular, guy. He is a professional boxer.
Now, did he actually touch you?
No, he didn't because I didn't give him a chance to. I ran from him. He was swinging at me. He came at me. This is the second time I called you all about this person.
I understand. I have the call. We have the call.
Okay.
I just want to put in there that what kind of vehicle does he drive?
It was a beige Ford Taurus, an older model.
And you said you had the tag?
Yes, it's one.
Okay. Updated your call. We're going to get somebody there as soon as we can, okay? If you see him, call. Please lock your doors until we get there.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Orlando Police, Tina, you're being recorded.
Hi, Tina. This is Deandra with the Orange County Sheriff's Office. I had a caller on my line. She was calling reference. She was advising she tried to reach you guys multiple times, but I guess the wait time was so long. She was having a hard time getting through. She was just trying to get an ETA. I have a callback number for her.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, her callback and her first name is. You guys have a call there already or no?
We did. Let me see if it's still there.
Yeah, because she said that she was swung at multiple times, and then the person was chasing her, but she did say that she's in a safe location right now.
Yeah, she had said that the person left.
Right, okay. Probably why she said she's safe right now. But she was just trying to get an ETA, and she was concerned because she couldn't reach you guys.
Okay. All right, I'll let them know that she called back for an ETA again.
Okay. All right, ma'am. Thank you so much. I really appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Okay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Orlando Police, you're being recorded. This is Lisa.
Hi, I called earlier. I'm waiting for officers to call me. I called 911 about an hour ago, and I still haven't heard anything or received a phone call or seen an officer.
Okay, what address were we coming out to, ma'am? Hold on just one moment for me. Okay, Jennifer, I've actually had an officer on the way out to you now for about 20 minutes. He should be there any moment.
Okay, do you know the officer's name?
Yeah, as long as he doesn't get rerouted, the officer that's going to be coming out is going to be, actually it's two officers, Officers Rush and Officer Morris. Is that okay?
Oh, yeah, I don't know them. I don't think so.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Orlando Police, Megan on the recorded line. Can I help you?
Hi, I wanted to make a police report about a violation of an injunction, but I wanted to meet the officer at the Super Target on Millennia. I'm already here.
Okay, what's the address there?
4750 Millennia Plaza Way.
Okay, is this where the injunction was violated at, or was that somewhere else?
No, it was at my house, but I don't want to have the officer meet me at my house.
Okay, well, what's your home address? What's the street name? Okay. And how long ago did this happen?
The first incident happened on Thursday, and then the second was on Friday. I spoke to the Harbor House advocates, and they told me to come in downtown to make some type of affidavit, but I also want to make a police report before I go down there tomorrow.
Okay, what color and type of vehicle will you be in?
No, this was a third-party contact. The vehicle...
But are you waiting in a vehicle now?
Oh, no, I'm in the store.
Okay, until the officers can find you. Are you white, black, Hispanic, Asian?
Black.
What color shirt and pants do you have on?
I have on a turquoise dress.
Okay, hold on one moment for me, ma'am.
Okay. Be careful.
Okay, thank you for holding. I apologize. You're in a turquoise dress.
Right.
And who was the person that you have the injunction against? And he's not there with you right now, correct?
No.
And he showed up to the address?
No. It was a third-party contact. But I still wanted to make a police report about it.
Okay, what exactly do you mean by third-party contact? What did they do, or what did they say?
They made a comment. They basically sent a message through my grandmother twice. And then his daughter called the house phone. And then when I picked up, she called me a bitch and then hung up.
Okay, what's your name? And a good phone number for you? Okay, I've got a call for service. We'll send an officer to come meet with you. Just so you know, it can take up to an hour based off in-progress emergencies, but as soon as they're available, they'll come meet with you, okay?
Okay, how will I know when they're here? Or just...
They'll give you a call.
Oh, they will? Okay, all right, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Orlando Police Department, this is Tabitha. Your call is being recorded.
Hi, I called earlier. I was just confirming that you all had the right address, and I wanted to know if the officers were dispatched yet.
What's the address?
4750 Millennia Plaza Way.
One moment, let me check. Is this?
Yes.
Okay, no, they have not been dispatched yet. Let me see. They're actually very busy in that area, so it could be a while.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, I just want to make sure that I, have the police report because I don't want, if anything happens, I don't want a judge to say, well, why did you wait so long? So is this at least showing up somewhere in a record?
Well, I mean, it's showing up that you made the call, but if you cancel it, then it'll show up that it was canceled.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Well.
Where are you? You're waiting at the Target right now?
Yeah, we're just sitting outside.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Maybe call back and, if you don't see them within the next 30 minutes, and we can hopefully give you an ETA then.
Okay. All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. Orlando Police Department, this is Tabitha. Your call is being recorded.
I was told to call 30 minutes after the last one I called.
Okay, what's the address?
I was waiting for an 4750 Millennia Plaza Way.
One moment. It looks like your call is next.
Oh, okay. So
yep.
Maybe 20 minutes or something?
Yeah, hopefully as soon as somebody becomes available, as long as no big emergency happens, you'll be next to go out. So they're just waiting for somebody to come available.
Okay, so can you kind of give me a little bit of an ETA?
I just don't know when they'll be. It depends on the call that they're on right now, who gets off first. Okay. So I really can't, but you can call back in 15 minutes. Try again.
Do you know which okay? Do you know which officers are coming?
What officers? Is that what you said?
Yes.
No, because they're waiting for the officers to become available off of whatever calls are in the area. So it's basically whoever becomes available first.
Oh, okay, but they know that I'm next. Okay.
Right, yeah, it says that your call's up next.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, before when you called, you were 6 calls behind, so now you're making your way up there.
Okay.
Okay, all right, you're welcome. Bye.
Orlando Police, Samuel Lines recorded.
Hi, I called earlier. I was just trying to see if they were close by.
What's the address we're going out to?
4750 Millennia Plaza Way.
Yes, there's an officer en route.
Oh, okay. So is it just one officer?
Yes.
Do you know the officer's name?
Let's see. Johnson.
Johnson, okay. Can you let him or her know that I'm living outside, same clothing, same description.
But you're waiting outside on the bench?
Right, by the CVS pharmacy sign.
Orlando Police, Cindy, this call is recorded.
Hi, I'm here to make a police report. I tried to make one last week.
Okay, I can hardly hear you.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Oh, there you go. Okay, what kind of...
I said I'm trying to make a police report for a violation of injunction. I tried to come down last week, but it was a 2-hour wait, so.
Okay, so you're at the 100 South Huey downtown?
Yes, I'm right here using the phone.
Okay, and was somebody violated the injunction? At what location?
The person's name?
Yeah, where did it happen at?
Oh.
Okay, and what happened? You have an injunction and that person came there, or what happened?
No, the person tried to contact me via my house phone and through a third party. And I went up to the courthouse and they told me I had to get a police report before they can put in the affidavit.
Okay. What is your name? And what's the person that violated? Okay, just go ahead and wait there in the lobby and I'll send an officer to meet with you, okay?
Okay, do you know how long the wait is?
Let me see. I mean, it could take up to an hour, but it doesn't look like there's only one call ahead of yours, so it shouldn't take that long.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
Okay, and when did this happen? that he violated it?
On the 14th, 15th, and 16th, I came in, like I said, to make the report, but it was a 2-hour wait at that time, and I couldn't